for a second and look at your program. And what I wanted to point out is the variety and the diversity of the music that you're going to hear tonight. From music from many different countries. I could point out Syria, Turkey, Brazil, Peru, Africa, and China. So this is actually what we want with this. We want to be showing music, and that's what we do as teachers as well. We are not just playing one type of music, we're not only teaching one type of music, but we love that we can actually, from the music, and teach music to the students through many different genres and many different styles, many different races, and that's very important for us as part of our philosophy to present music to our students and also our philosophy for this project.
I want to take the opportunity now just to say thank you to everyone who made today's event possible. Sharing with you all Syrian songs and folklore pieces is amazing, and what it makes it even more special is that all the work that went into turning these pieces into music. The music generally in Syria is played by instruments that are made of strings, basically like oud and qanun, and this took a lot of work to turn it into a beautifully and fulfilling piece on piano. My name is Hiba, and this is Zakaria, and we are from Damascus, Syria. I will recite some of the words to the song in Arabic and just explain what they are, translate them to English. It's called Ya Shadi al-Alhan, by ballad singer. يا شادي الألحان هات أسمعنا رنات العيدان واطرب من في الحان واحسبنا من ضمن الندمان, which means thy ballad singer, make us listen to the singing, to the ringing of your tune, of your strings, and take us with you on an aspiring journey that we will not regret. I'll leave you now to enjoy the piece played by Zachary. Say thank you in your language.
Shukran.
Say it again.
Shukran.
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 Can everybody repeat it?
Shukran.
Okay, that's perfect. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. So the piece I'm gonna play is called Atars, and one of the movements is called Musk. So atars are basically essential oils, and these are used for aromatherapy and other uses as well to put scents around your space. And mine is from the native India. The smell musk is from native India, and it is used to treat depression and anxiety. And it's also used to treat scars. And I hope you enjoy. And this piece, while listening to it, you'll hear two things. First one is dissonance, or what I call chaos, and the other side is the calm. So you'll see the contrast of chaos and calm with some dissonance and jazz.
an initiative by the Harrisonburg Music Teachers Association to ease some of the access barriers to music education from underserved members of our community in Harrisonburg and Rockingham County. We aim to provide a musical instrument and sponsored lesson time on that instrument to 25 K-12 students by 2025. So 25 students will receive our grant, and which will enable them to take piano lessons or guitar lessons for a while, and this we are hoping to get 25 students by the year 2025.
Good evening, my name is Maria Lorcas, and I am a string teacher at Eastern Mennonite School. So I'm here with my wonderful quartet of seniors, students from Eastern Mennonite, and we're going to perform for you a Condor Pasa, which is tune, it's a very famous tune from the Peruvian Andean mountains, and this is a very famous tune in Latin America, and I think it's very popular here in the U.S. You hear it often. There are many different arrangements of it for choir, for small vocal ensembles, for orchestra. So today we have a string quintet version for you, and we hope you enjoy.
So I'd like to start by saying a little bit about how this program and the project started and how it took shape. Last summer, August 2020, the Harrisonburg Music Teachers Association reached out to prominent music instrument dealers to see if anyone would support our initiative, Music in Every Home, a program that would serve families in our community in need and give them opportunity to own a musical instrument at home and have sponsored lesson time on that instrument. Dave Jewell from Yamaha Cares, the charitable portion of Yamaha, responded. He loved our vision for the project and said the one thing he could authorize would be to send us 50 guitars, 50 guitars to be artistically repurposed in support of the project, if we thought we could make that partnership happen. Well, HMTA got in contact with Barbara Kemp of Oasis Art and Craft in Harrisonburg, outlining the vision for the project and the way in which the guitars could fit into it. And we received an anonymous and enthusiastic yes. So after the guitars were shipped and delivered, artisans from Oasis began to work on their creations. We are so impressed and happy with the results and so excited for our collaboration, which we hope is the first of many. Thank you in Portuguese.
Obrigado.
Obrigado. One more time. Obrigado. Thank you. Obrigado. So as we have set up for our next guest, I would like to continue with the story. So these guitars were born, 50 of them, beautifully painted and decorated like that. And like those, we sold most of them. Then we had a great and wonderful exhibit, I guess you say exhibit, at VMRC, a Virginia Mennonite Retirement Community, where many of the guitars were sold. After that, Oasis Downtown featured the guitars in their window display before giving the remaining to us today to be sold in a silent auction. And we'll be speaking about how to bid. You have that action in your program, but before we do more, I'd like to introduce our guests, the Rain Pickers, by celebrating the poetic tunes of old Appalachia with a modern but reverent energy. Harry Glosser, mandolin, Seth Stauffer, fiddle, Jesse Miller, Rice cello, and Madeline Miller Rice banjo make up the Rain Pickers, a newly ripened old-time quartet from the Shenandoah Valley of Virginia. Thank you so much for being with us.
Yeah, we play old time music, you can call it. Kind of the little music history. It's the kind of the father of, or the parents of bluegrass music. You might have heard of bluegrass. And we kind of live in a bluegrass capital. Tell people, oh, I'm from the Shenandoah Valley. Oh man, you're from bluegrass world. So yeah, a lot of these tunes were written in the mountains nearby us, and this is what you would call an oral tradition, or something that you teach each other through listening. You say, Seth, do you know this St. Anne's Reel? He says, oh yeah, I know that, but I know it differently. Because, you know, throughout the years, like a good game of telephone, you know, tunes change, and there's different ways to play it, but a lot of the time, surprisingly, we end up playing them much like they were probably first played, or at least recorded. But it does give each artist unique opportunity to interpret through their lens. So we like to think that we're doing that. So yes, it's an old tradition, but really some of these are not much older than a few decades, maybe 100 years. So compared to some of the music that's going to be played tonight, it's really not that old. So we're excited to be able to continue this tradition and to play these tunes, maybe unlike anybody before us, you know, in our own special way. So a lot of this is, you saw Jesse stick his foot out. That means we're done. So a lot of this is just by feel, reading off each other. We have a little bit of a roadmap for these, but that one was called Red Prairie Dawn. It doesn't have any lyrics that I know of, so you have to imagine what that's like. This next one does have lyrics, but they're kind of dark. A lot of these tunes can be kind of dark, you know, old time music. but it's a beautiful tune. It's called Down in the Willow Garden, referring to when you would have a grove of willow trees for the medicinal value of the bark. Isn't that right? Aspirin or something you get from, not aspirin. What is it? Something. You get some sort of medicine from the bark. Anyways, people would have these groves of willow trees. This one's called Down in the Willow Garden. And I'm actually going to play my octave mandolin for this. This is a mandolin, and this is just a bigger mandolin. yeah, we're so happy to be here. I'm happy to support, we all are, this effort. Please, yeah, if you don't end up buying one of these, donate, even a little bit. This thing changed my life forever, and I think we can all say that. So, just thinking of some child getting an instrument is just like, I can't think of anything better. So, please support this effort. We're the rain pickers, and we're happy to be here. Going down the streets.
Bravo Brasilia. Bravo Brasilia is a vivacious and rhythmic duet resplendent with the pulse of vibrant Brazil. This showstopper by American composer Glenda Austin keeps the beat going, yet provides an unexpected respite in the midsection for a brief but tender duet in 3/2 before building back up to a climactic ending.
Shukran.